His new movie, Captain Fantastic, may look like an action flick, but he's not your typical superhero. Mortensen plays Ben Cash, a father of 6, raising his kids off the grid in the Pacific Northwest. He wants to keep them away from the influences of modern society, but after a family tragedy, they are forced to face the outside world.
Mom is very ill.
Don't talk to us like we're your inferiors.
Bo is right. Mom needs to be in the hospital right now.
But you said hospitals are only a great place to go if you're a healthy person and you want to die.
You said Americans are undereducated and overmedicated.
You said that AMA are avaricious whores only tooling to spread their fat legs for Big Pharma.
All of those things are true, but Mom does not have enough of the neurotransmitter serotonin to conduct electrical signals in her brain.
Exactly when is Mom coming back?
That's what I'm going to go find out.
Viggo Mortensen is here at the table. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you believe all that stuff, too?
Well, they're very intimidating, those kids. I mean, it's family. As the script and the movie, as an actor, I was inspired, and it's one of the best movies I've been in. But as a father, it's very intimidating. I mean, those of us who are considerably less energetic and committed in our efforts of, toward physical improvement and intellectual excellence than these kids are. It's kind of daunting when you watch them. It's an amazing cast of kids.
As a mom of 3, I think about this movie and the role you play as a father of 6 with no technology. For some parents, that's their worst nightmare because we've all gotten used to the iBabysitter, as we call it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a movie story. It's realistically done, but it's an extreme case of conscious parenting, I guess. But what I do think is great is that he's not the kind of father who says no because I said so. He's the kind of dad who says, well, I don't think so, and let me explain, and if you have something to say about it, I'd love to hear it, which takes a lot more time and energy,
But one of the important things you have said is that he draws boundaries around what is good and what is bad, and what, he'll have a conversation with them, but they know what the rules are.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, you can't help, no matter how hard you try, how involved you are as a parent, you're going to make mistakes. I mean, the thing I really liked when I read the script was that as a story, it's a very well-made family drama that's moving, it's funny, it's thought-provoking. But I also felt, when I was reading it, and even more now with what's going on in the country, that it touches on the roots of the social discord and polarization in society in a way, because it's a movie story that speaks to the importance of self-reflection, being willing to make adjustments, which you see happening in the story, honest communication, and finding a new balance with people who think differently than you do, and I think it's not a movie that's ideological in any way. It's not political. It's not some left-wing, off-the-grid fantasy at all, as it turns out. As the movie goes along, it's something else, because it's admitted, and the father himself that I play, he admits that he's gone too far sometimes in his methods. He loves them, he's committed, he's completely engaged as a parent, but you could also say he's a little bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But does this reflect your views as a father?
Yeah, in large part, I think the importance of real, honest communication. Even at a young age, kids are really smart, and they can understand a lot. And they also know
that because of what she says about her kids.
And they know when you're lying. They know when you're keeping something from them. So it's better to be honest, I mean, as radical as his family seems, the foundation of the family model is complete honesty, constant curiosity, and open discourse. Sometimes it's brutal, the honesty. Sometimes they go, God, I can't believe you said that to a 7-year-old. They're talking about sex and death, and it's very funny sometimes, but sometimes you think the guy is...
And this is all part of this film, too, because the mother is dying.
Yeah.
This is the other interesting thing about preparing for this movie is there was this grueling 2-week rehearsal, right? We spent time together. How did that go?
Well, it was great. It was like a boot camp. Everybody came prepared anyway. When I read the script, I thought, this is great, but to be a great movie, we have to find 6 genius Olympic athlete children, which somehow the director did. And the boot camp was good because it mostly, not just the skills we had to show on screen, but just the bonding, doing rock climbing together and martial arts and skinning animals and lighting fires. And
a bit of Revenant.
Yeah, maybe, but no special effects. We really had to do those things, you know. I mean, the serious climbing and martial arts, the skills the kids show. But more than that, we saw that in this clip. The kids have to convince you, even if they're 7 years old, that they can handle that language, that they really know what they're talking about, you know, and complicated ideas, scientific terms. Philosophy. I mean, there's lots of scenes in the movie that are very funny because you're just stunned that a little kid can master that kind of conversation. Yeah, your director and the writer Matt Ross said that he made the movie based on the father he would like to be. Yeah, I suppose it's aspirational in that sense. I mean, you look at it, as I say, it can be intimidating. You're watching it and think, God. In a way, it's one of those stories that make you feel like everything you're doing is wrong as a parent. You know, or you think, oh, I wish my father had been there like that. At times, you know, at times you think, well, this is the greatest father in the world. Other times you think, maybe he's the worst. Maybe he's a menace to society, not just his children. I think that Matt proposed to himself an idea as a father. What if I gave 100% of my time, I mean, literally every second of my time and energy to my kids, which is kind of impossible.
Yeah. And that's what the movie does. Viggo Mortensen, great to have you here.
Very nice to be here. Thanks.
Captain Fantastic is in select theaters now.